Okay, this is the last journal from 4/12 of 2010, the sixth one of the day. Mayan day was 8 Vulture or Wisdom, and it's called Everything is Source Talking. And it was written in the evening, so it was much later in the day. I'm feeling some disappointment in myself. I'm sitting here just making room for that, just being with it, not running away from it into some distraction or another. I was supposed to be on an internet fast for a few days. It's not working out very well. Source went to all the trouble to set me up to take both computer and cord to town about 100 miles away, but return with only one. It doesn't really matter which one, for they're both fairly useless, one without the other. Long story short, I left the cord in a bag of some other things I gave to a friend. So, I can see, at least I'm getting better at it these days. Since this is the third freaking time I've had some off-the-wall reason for being without internet service, I'm at least listening. Obviously, somebody up there is talking to me. Yes, through these events. Not hearing voices just yet, but stay tuned, you never know. I watch and listen especially closely when odd, off-the-wall serendipities or goof-ups are involved. Those are one of the clearer fingerprints Source leaves behind on things. No, I'm not crazy. Take another look at the happenstance, at the little things in your life, and see if you don't notice a pattern. It's really better to do this pattern noticing willingly and up front. Know why? 3 guesses. Yeah, well, Source is quite happy to get our attention with a feather if we notice feathers and such delicate things. Most of us don't, not right away, especially if we're in mind. That's when Source turns up the volume, so to speak. Not quite to the 2x4 stage yet, but something hardier than a feather will appear anyway if we paid no attention to it. Then, let's say it's a bird song next. Not quite painful yet, but more noticeable than a feather, surely. What if we don't listen to that? Then it's time to begin to look out. Something's coming. You see, we bring most of our misfortunes upon ourselves. If we could see behind the scenes, our higher self is right up there, plotting and planning with Source for the best way to get our attention, to get whatever the lesson is across. So, the behind the scenes reality is that it's really us that's setting us up. No, I swear to you, I'm not crazy. Not yet, at least. Mostly, the only reason, or the biggest one anyway, that really big, nasty feeling things happen to anyone is because they were unmoved by the feather and tone deaf to the bird song. If we look back at our lives with this new understanding, we can almost always discover the little hints and the messages hidden in the little things that came before the big crash, such as continuing internet problems for silly reasons. Little stuff like that most always leads the way. So, I have something to offer which I put under the heading of enlightened self-interest. Pay attention. Start observing. Things happen for reasons. Reasons not generally at all sensible seeming at first. That's a key. Pay attention. The bottom line is that everything is Source talking. Absolutely everything. Just like Don Juan says in the Castaneda books, the shaman, the brujo, can read every leaf that the wind blows past him. Source speaks in every little thing. This is really huge, by the way, in case you hadn't noticed. It changes everything, don't you see? Nothing is what it seems to be. Well, not that only. It is that, and so much more. Now, yes, it's true, mind can go quite bonkers trying to figure this out. I don't suggest that. Let's just keep mind out of it, okay? This research is not too good for the mind. Drives it crazy when the possibilities presented are infinite. Finite mind, infinite possibilities. Bad match. So, obviously, yes, you know what's coming next. Stay in heart. There's this really nice thing that comes complete with the Kingdom of Heart package. It's called a teacher, your inner teacher, to be exact. It's not exact, really, though, because everyone's inner teacher is different. You may even have a few. I suspect most of us have many that help out, but the real inner teacher is you, is your higher self. You teaching you. Yep, that's about how it works. No, don't ask me. I didn't arrange it. I just learned it. Can't even say discovered it, for it's as old as the hills. Probably much older, actually. This isn't our first planet, our planet of origin. No way. We're far older than that. This Earth's few billion years has got nothing on us. Of course, she, being quite sentient, too, may well be able to say it's not her first planetary experience either. Haven't asked her. Let me know if you do. Would be an interesting answer. I wonder how old you get to be before you get offered a planet as your body. What do you think? Till later then. Stay in heart now. It's much safer than mind.